look at this, I'm back in the studio from Dallas. I'm back from Dallas, Texas. I'm back from my WrestleMania 38 trip, and this video is my trip experience. This video is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, use SeatGeek and use code Hodge and save yourselves $20. First time orders only, so if you used SeatGeek before, just make a new account, use my code, and save yourself some money. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, your king of vlog style. So the king is now back from the vlog trip for WrestleMania 38. So it was a crazy experience. It was a good experience. It was very fast-paced. I did not have any time to breathe. I did not have any time to relax. I am now back from WrestleMania. It's all kind of a blur, but I'm trying to remember what even happened. I'm glad I have the vlogs as documentation for what I even did, because it's all just a blur. It all just happened so fast. So I was gone for 3 days. I did a bunch of things, which is just crazy. So we'll run down the list, and of course, if you guys haven't seen the vlogs, definitely go check those out. There's 3 of them. There's one where I went to the Hall of Fame and SmackDown. There's one for WrestleMania Night 1 and one for WrestleMania Night number 2. So 3 Brandon Hodge vlogs, brand new here on the channel. So hopefully you guys are digging those, enjoying those. I appreciate all the support from all of you guys. So basically, yeah, it was a crazy trip. I had a crazy itinerary. So basically the plan originally, was to go to, drive to an airport and catch a 6 o'clock a.m. flight out of an airport that was 2 hours from me. So that means I would have to leave here, because you want to be at the airport like an hour and a half early, so you have to leave here. So I ended up leaving my house at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I got in the plane. I landed in Dallas in like 9 o'clock a.m. Dallas time. I was on freaking 3 hours of sleep the entire day. So then, I went to WrestleMania Access after I landed, because that's naturally what you do. You don't go take a nap. You go to WrestleMania Access. But the real reason why I didn't take a nap is I couldn't get into a hotel, because check-in time is up to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm there like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I pretty much just killed a bunch of time at Access. I do some stuff around Access, as you guys saw in the vlogs. I did not do any of the premium experiences they were trying to pass up, because that crap was a ripoff. They were like $15 per experience. So you want a picture with Alexa's Playground playset? That's gonna be $15. Oh, you want a picture with the Undertaker casket thing? Well, that's gonna be $15. Oh, you want a picture with the Kevin Owens set or the Miz TV set? Oh, that's $15 each for those. There was like a different ones. If you want to walk down the ramp and do like the music one, which is probably the greatest, like more doable value, is $15 as well, I believe. It was all $15. So, or it could have been more. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I just heard $15 from someone. I'm thinking a little $15. But basically, it was only $10 to go in there, but still, I feel like that was just kind of ridiculous to do that. Just charge more to go into there. And basically, if you wanted just to go in the Superstore and shop, you still had to pay the $10. They did have the museum thing set up, which was cool to see all the like artifacts from previous WrestleManias and stuff like that. So that was cool in Access. Then, of course, I went to the hotel, took a nap. I didn't have my ticket for SmackDown yet, so I got my ticket for SmackDown, which really pissed me off, because they had a bunch of floor seats for like $100, and I was kind of waiting for some good ones to pop up, and nothing really good popped up. They did have one, like, dream one pop up, and it was like barricade front row for $100. Of course, you click it and it says someone else already bought it. Someone really got a really good deal there, which it wasn't me. But then I went, I found some like $61 lower tickets, and then I go to the stadium, right? Oh, not the stadium. I go to the arena, the American Airlines Center or whatever. And I go to my seats, and I guess the guy showing people where the seats are, saying, yeah, your seats, they've actually, I don't know why they sold you these tickets. They should have not even sold these tickets, because there's cameras in your seats, so you cannot sit there. So I'm gonna show you the box office, and they'll get you hooked up with some new tickets. They may even give you a little upgrade for the inconvenience. So basically what I had like the corner, like the worst lower section you could have got. The corner, like high up row, out of the box office, and they're like, here's your new tickets. I'm like, all right, thank you. And then I look, and I'm a little upset, because it's like, I think it was like I was like in the middle of the row or something. I booked like an aisle seat, because that way it's easier to get in and out. But anyway, I go to the section, and basically it's like the best section you could possibly get. So I dealt with being in the middle and being sandwiched between a bunch of strangers, because it was worth it, because it was hard cam, like right smack in the center, very low, right next to the cameras where they filmed for the TV show, like filmed for SmackDown, right next to the cameras for that. It was like smack in the center, the best you could get. And literally, I believe those tickets were like platinum, like $200 tickets that I got for $61 each, because of the free upgrade. So they ended up working out pretty well for me for day one of my trip. And then, of course, I finally got to sleep. I did nap a little bit before SmackDown, but I finally got to sleep that night. It was great. It was a great sleep because I had not slept that well in a very, very long time. Then we woke up the next day for WrestleMania Day. WrestleMania Day 1 day. Of course, at the Superstore the previous day, I forgot to mention, I did get this jersey. Obviously, I'm wearing it. The Dallas jersey. I was talking some crap on social media about this jersey. I don't know if you guys saw it. I kind of hated it. I gotta say, it looks a little bit better in person. I know they were trying to go for a Dallas Cowboys theme, but I still feel like it looks vastly different than the Cowboys jersey. For some reason, it just looks totally different to me. But I got this jersey at the Superstore as well as this cup. So the jersey, if you guys are wanting this jersey, was $100 freaking $100 at the Superstore. And this cup was $5. So $5, decent price on this. These jerseys used to be $75, but they hiked them up to $100 in the past like year or so, which sucks. And I know the jersey is gonna be on sale on WWE Shop for like 50, 40 bucks or something crazy like in a few months or whatever. But I just didn't want to wait. I wanted to have it. I wanted to wait to WrestleMania. And if you guys are wondering if I get the official WrestleMania shirts or any of the I Was There things or any of the Superstore exclusive stuff, no, I did not. This is all I got, the whole WrestleMania trip. This is $118 for these two things with tax and everything. Just personally, I know the I Was There things end up on WWE Shop, even though they're not supposed to. It's supposed to be like exclusive to the event. They still put the I Was There stuff on WWE Shop. It still goes on sale, and instead of paying like $40 for a shirt or $35 for a shirt, it'll go on sale for like $14 a shirt. Sometimes even cheaper, and you just kind of get ripped off if you pay for a bunch at the Superstore or whatever. I found out in like years past by getting screwed. Like I've spent like $300 in the Superstore, and then I could have got everything I got for like 75 bucks on WWE Shop if I would have just waited. So I kind of learned from your mistakes on that and try not to get screwed too heavily. Now I gotta say the theme of this whole WrestleMania, before we get into the day one thing, the whole theme of this whole WrestleMania was money. Let's make as much money as we possibly can, and the words of Vince McMahon. So everything was ridiculously expensive. And I will go as bold as to say, face value, this WrestleMania was the most expensive WrestleMania in WrestleMania history. Everything was ridiculously, some things were double the cost they were in previous years. It was just ridiculous. So I don't know where to begin with the price of things before we jump into like what I did. Basically, the price of things, tickets were astronomically, like for WrestleMania, both nights had the same seat. I sat 300 level, which is still kind of like towards the middle of the stadium because the stadium goes way high up. You know, I'm looking at my seat, I'm looking like way up still at all these people like sitting all the way at the top. But that 300 level, a lot of people were talking crap about my seats, so I'm calling you guys out. You guys were talking crap about my seats. Those seats were very expensive. Those seats were like, I believe I bought 2 tickets because my girlfriend go with me. I think for the 2 tickets, it was like over $500, which is astronomically expensive for that level. Like, I'm not saying that that's a lot for WrestleMania ticket because, of course, the floor is like thousands upon thousands of dollars each, but I'm saying for 300 level, that's a bit ridiculous because in years past you could get lower 100 level like in the corner for like $250 each for WrestleMania. Now it's like that for 300 level. Are you serious? That's just nuts. But that wasn't even the biggest complaint I had. One complaint, first off, about the AT&T Stadium. The seats, at least on the 300 level, are very, 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 very small. Now, I'm a small guy. I'm under 200 pounds. I'm probably 180 pounds or something like that. So I'm not a big guy complaining that the seats like too small for me. I mean, but it was very, very small, smaller than like a cheap airline seat. Like it was very, very, very like child-sized, small, and you know, just that hard plastic that's gonna make just very uncomfortable. And I'm a tall guy, and these seats were very low to the ground, and my legs were falling asleep and stuff like that. I haven't had that problem at like other stadiums or arenas and all the shows I've been to. I was just gonna say, you know, this stadium holds over 100,000 people, and there's a reason it holds over 100,000 people. It's because the stadium, you know, they cram as many people as they possibly can there. So in the area like of 10 seats, like say there's 10 seats in there, a normal arena there would probably be like 7 seats. Just these are much smaller, so they could cram 10 seats in the spot of where 7 seats would normally be. But anyway, that was my complaint about the actual facility. Other than that, the stadium's very, very nice. It's a newer stadium. It's very clean. It's very beautiful. It looks great, especially on camera. But the actual complaint I had, and I don't know if it's an AT&T Stadium thing, a WWE thing, or whatever it may be, is the parking for this show. So the stadium parking, they said this specifically on the website. Like, this stadium holds 100,000 people, right? They said there's only 8,000 parking spots that the stadium actually owns or whatever. So there's a premium to park there, and their premium ranges from $60 a night to up to over $100, $200 a night. Now, if you're going the conservative route, which most of us will, which is parking, we're doing $60 a night, but that's a 2-night WrestleMania. That's $120, and that's not counting if you wanted to go to SmackDown or any of the other shows. So that's a lot. So I didn't do that. I found like through a parking app. It's called like Spot Hero or something. I found some very cheap parking for WrestleMania. It was like $30. One night I think it was $35. The next night was like $30 for WrestleMania. So that saved a lot of money not getting that, like $120 for parking. So I just got to say that. But it was like a mile walk, which, you know, I'm a young, healthy guy. I like walking, I like running and stuff like that. So it was no big deal for me to walk a mile to the stadium. But I just want to say that I did have to walk a mile to save on parking because the other parking was like $120 for just 2 nights. So that was ridiculous. Now, as for the American Airlines Center, it was much more simple. Like the actual arena parking or whatever, I believe was $30, and then I ended up finding parking like across the street for $20. Saved a little bit of money, and it wasn't not like a walk at all. So this is my complaint about like the pricing of this WrestleMania. Everything is astronomically more money, and that's just the kind of the platform of a 2-night WrestleMania. The 2-night WrestleMania is going to be double cost almost of everything. I mean, I know it's not quite double if you get the bundle, but just everything, you know, everything's double. Your parking's double because you pay for it twice, and your gas prices or your Ubers or whatever the cost may be, whatever you're doing, can be double. So you really got to watch this now. Nowadays, I try to do trips kind of as cheap as possible. Sometimes, you know, I'll splurge on the tickets and I'll get floor tickets or like front row or something like that. But as for like hotels and like cost for parking and stuff like that, I try to keep things as cheap as possible. So I probably did this a lot different than some may do WrestleMania, because some people are only doing 1 trip a year, and that's WrestleMania, and they save up all year to go to this show. But personally, I'm not that guy. I'm that guy that tries to go to as many wrestling shows in a year as I possibly can for this channel, for this vlog, and also, you know, it's a fun, great time. But I love giving you guys the experience through the lens of the camera. But anyway, on to actually what happened on my trip. Day 1 went off really well. Before the show, I actually went over to Six Flags. I had no idea how close Six Flags was to the stadium. It was only like a mile away from the stadium, like Six Flags Amusement Park. It actually wasn't that packed. I got to ride a bunch of rides. It was a very fun park. I've been to the Six Flags in Georgia. Now I've been to the Six Flags over Texas, in like Arlington, Texas. So that was really cool to experience that, and had some cool rides and fun time. Not too long of waits or anything like that. After that, of course, I went to WrestleMania, had a great time. It was a great show. I had Stone Cold Steve Austin pop up. We had both women's title matches, really cool. Saw Bianca win the title. Saw the return of Cody Rhodes to the WWE, which is still mind-blowing, but that video is actually blowing. My reaction video, I uploaded it. It's got like, this time I'm recording these, 76,000 views. So thank you guys for 76,000 views, and that's quite a lot. But move on to day number 2 of WrestleMania. It went off quite well before WrestleMania. I had a lot of time to kill because I had to check out of the hotel, because I was actually driving into Houston after WrestleMania because I'm that crazy. Basically, what I ended up doing, I think, what did I even end up doing? I went to Ripley's Believe It or Not. I went to the Mirror Maze, the Believe It or Not. And I guess that was about it. And then I went over to the stadium. I went to In-N-Out Burger, of course, on food. If we're getting on the topic of food here, I ate a bunch of In-N-Out Burger, a bunch of Raising Cane's, because there's like 2 of my favorite like restaurants out on the West Coast that we don't have here on the East Coast that I always love just to like indulge in when I'm over there. It's the most unhealthy possible options for food, but you know, I only get a few times a year, so I guess it's excusable. But it was a great time eating that stuff out there. But pretty much it all went off pretty smooth. I didn't have no issues after WrestleMania night number 2. I got in the car. I drove 3.5 hours from Arlington, Texas, all the way down to Houston, Texas, because I flew in and out of Houston. So I got there like 3 o'clock in the morning, I think. I had to go to the airport at 5 a.m., so I had 2 hours of sleep in a hotel room. I paid for a hotel room just to lay down for 2 hours, but I get 2 hours of sleep is better than no sleep. 2 hours of sleep in a bed is better than no sleep. I just got like some kind of cheap junk hotel there, but my hotel in Dallas was great. Like it was $70 a night. It was this huge suite. It had like a separate bedroom, living room, full kitchen. It was like just amazing. Like $70. Are you serious? This is just great. But anyway, this whole trip, it went off very smooth. No issues, no complications, no problems whatsoever. My only complaint would be like pricing on things was a bit astronomically ridiculous, but some other things in Texas were a lot cheaper. Like the gas in Texas was a lot cheaper. Rental cars in Texas and stuff like that was a lot cheaper than other places. A flight to Texas was a lot cheaper. So I saved money in some areas, but spent it in other areas, so probably leveled out. It's about the same as other WrestleMania trips. But I only did a weekend trip, of course, only a 3-day trip. But for just a simple 3-day trip, it was very great. It was a great trip. It was kind of chaotic because I had to go, no rest time, no sitting down, no really anything like that. I got probably exactly 7 or 8 hours of sleep at night, which is perfect. If you get that, you're like golden. So, I mean, it went off pretty smooth. I can't really complain. I had a great time, and hopefully you guys really enjoyed the vlogs I did. Of course, if you haven't seen them yet, I did 3 WrestleMania 38 vlogs in Dallas, Texas. One, I went to the Access Hall of Fame and SmackDown all in the same vlog. That's the first day. Second day, I went to the Six Flags over Texas, as well as WrestleMania Day 1, Night 1, whatever you want to call it. And then the third day, final vlog, I actually went to Ripley's, believe it or not, Mirror Maze. I had a great time there. I went to WrestleMania Night number 2 and drove back to Houston, Texas. It was a crazy, crazy experience, but I'm sure those vlogs were action-packed, and I hope you guys really, really enjoy those. But ladies and gentlemen, that was my trip experience for WrestleMania 38 in Dallas, Texas. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Of course, I'm going to be doing a lot more trips this year, so just get used to it. Get used to seeing the King of Vlog style all over the place. My next one I'm really planning out is I'd love to be in Money in the Bank in Las Vegas and on I believe July the 2nd. So that'll be the next one we'll be looking forward to and promoting. But don't forget, guys, I do all kinds of different content here on the channel besides just vlogs. I have my new series, unboxing series. We just do some talking head, we do some live streams, we do all kinds of fun stuff here on the channel. So if you're brand new here, make sure to, of course, subscribe. But I better end this video, guys, because this thing's probably getting astronomically long. But thank you guys for watching. I am Brandon Hodge, your king of vlog style, and I will see you guys in the next video.